Action Aid Group, alongside Ford Foundation, have come together to provide electoral reforms on improved citizens' participation in elections. They revealed their intention for Nigeria to achieve seamless elections at a press briefing in Abuja today. Let's now join FCT correspondent Okechukwu Ibeanu for more details.
Speaking on behalf of the Action Aid Group, Mrs. Chichi Anioglu, who is the Regional Director of West Africa, Ford Foundation, said there must be a conscious effort to deepen democracy and ensure everyone exercises their civic responsibility of voting. She noted that the government must be held accountable for its political decisions, as accountability breeds development.
It is important that after elections, that citizens continue to participate in the electoral process, that citizens continue to hold their government accountable, not just for their own sake, but for the sake of the government. We know that Action Aid has been at the intersection of the interplay between government and civil society. They have really done a great job in interfacing with government, in being a voice for civil society and for citizens. And we are hoping that through this project, we'll be able to get a win-win. A win-win in the sense that citizens will become empowered, will begin to understand their role post-election, and that the government, especially the judiciary, will also begin to see the important role that they play and will be able to help the democratic process become more entrenched and deepened in Nigeria.
Mr. Okechukwu Ibeanu, who is the board chairman of the Action Aid Group, said that there must be transparency and sincerity from the judicial arm of government during election petition cases. He noted that there must be public education on election justice delivery systems as it clamors for improved participation in elections.
Education of judges and lawyers on the electoral process and strengthen accountability mechanisms. 2, review the role of INEC in electoral petitions, as I have said, by removing it as a party in these matters and defining a new role for it in the process. 3, review of EPT procedures to make them less sturdy by introducing technology in filing processes, recording and managing proceedings, and in the delivery of judgments. This will also free more court time for the numerous other cases that have to become electoral courts, as elections are now held all year round. 4, protection of judges from the pressures of the state and society, underscoring the independence of judges and protecting them from being drawn into the fray by partisan interests. And finally, public education on the election justice delivery system, especially the election petition tribunals and their process.
Dr. Hussaini Audu, who is also a top member of the Action Aid Group, said that elections are for the citizens. Therefore, the election tribunal must be fully opened to the citizens. He suggested a jury system in Nigeria's election adjudication process.
It's about citizens. An election is not just a simple judicial process. And that we will need probably to look at whether we shouldn't have a jury approach to election petitions. A jury approach is an approach that combines citizens and the judicial institution, so that perceptions, understanding, impressions, technical knowledge, depth, everything can be brought to the table in determining elections petition.
The Action Aid Group, in conjunction with Ford Foundation, have come together to provide reforms aimed at improving democracy and educating Nigerian citizens on their civic responsibilities. From the nation's capital, Okechukwu Ibeanu, ADBN News.